Hi, this is Justin Colletti of Sonic Scoop, and today we are taking a sneak peek at a new studio that was built by Avid, the makers of Pro Tools, the DAW that I've been using for more than 2 decades. They just built out a new surround sound equipped studio out in Burbank, California, and I'm talking today to Christopher Mallamaci, who is integral in putting this space together. Christopher, how are you doing today?
Hey, Justin, I'm doing all right. Thank you for having me on Sonic Scoop.
Awesome. Thanks for being here. What was the whole purpose of building out this new studio anyway? It's a totally gorgeous looking space. You got a full Atmos system in there. You've got one of those S6 consoles, which is probably my favorite digital control surface console of all time. What's the whole point of having this space out there in Burbank?
Avid felt it was important to have a studio that showcased all of their pro audio offerings. So in this studio, we have everything from Pro Tools to an S6, Matrix Studio, the Carbon ecosystem, and even an MBox studio. So we're able to see how all of our products perform against each other and how they perform in the real world. So we're able to invite in clients, customers, and show them real post-production and music workflows using our technology.
One of the most interesting things I thought about this new studio build out is that you are using some speakers that are remarkably affordable. You have like a dozen speakers in that room, and not one of them cost more than $400. These are some really accessible speakers made by our friends over at Cali Audio, longtime friend and sponsors of this channel. And you've got some speakers of theirs in there right now. They're IN series. Why did you decide to go for this kind of surround sound setup? And why did you choose Cali Audio speakers to do it?
To keep it really simple, Justin, the Cali audio speakers sound great. They're extremely affordable, but they perform extremely well. Any work that you do on them translates onto other systems as well.
Who are some of the main people in helping to design and build out this space?
I couldn't have done it without the help of Charles Sprinkle and Ryan Callis. Charles Sprinkle's over at Cali Audio, and he is the lead engineer, the designer of their speaker line. What I really like about Charles' approach is he's quite meticulous about how everything works and plays together. So in addition to just building this speaker and being able to put it in a room, it's all about how the speaker interfaces with the room once it's put inside. So with Charles' help, we were actually able to take some measurements at the listening position of all the speakers in the room and calibrate them. So we were able to use the Avid Matrix and the SPQ card inside to tune each of the speakers. That way, when you're sitting at the center of the mix position in this Atmos studio, everything's arriving right on time. And so it was an absolute breeze to get this studio set up this way. We really relied on the great engineering and design of the Cali Audio speakers, along with the great engineering and design of the Triad Orbit mounts.
Well, it's an awesome looking room. I'd love to get in there and hear it for myself one of these days. What were some of the first tunes that you brought up in there to check out this room, both in stereo and in surround Atmos formats?
One of my favorite records is the new Empire Central record from Snarky Puppy. What's really great is you can listen in stereo, you can listen in Dolby Atmos and really compare the choices that they made in between the two different mixes. Pulling up that album here is just a fantastic experience. The imaging on these speakers is really fantastic. It really puts you in the heart of the music, or the film if you're watching a film and doing post-production.
Very cool, man. Sounds very inspiring. Quick little pitch from you. I bring up Pro Tools in all of the videos where I do my audio demonstrations of the DAW I've been using for the past couple decades. And every once in a while, people ask me, why are you using Pro Tools? Why not one of these new DAWs? And I want to get it from you. Why do you think Pro Tools is still so competitive and still has such great market share, particularly at the higher ends of the pro audio market?
What I really love about Pro Tools is that it allows you to create from a very basic level all the way to the most complex blockbuster feature film. And so all of the tools that you need are right inside the program, and you're able to access that. Historically, all of our hardware has really promoted the power of using a Pro Tools system. HDX cards really afford you a greater number of voices and channel count when working on some of these larger blockbuster projects.
And what edge do you think the Avid hardware offers producers and engineers today, whether they're working in stereo or something like Atmos?
What's awesome about Avid hardware is that it runs on Yukon. It'll work with any Yukon-enabled application. So of course it'll work with Pro Tools, but we have the S1, the dock, we have the S4 and the S6. All of these control surfaces offers users hands-on control of most parameters in the DAW, including panning if you're looking at an S6 or an S4 with our joystick modules. So it's a great way to really have control over everything inside of your DAW.
And how about the Matrix? Why would a studio go for the Matrix instead of some of the other solutions that are out there?
The Matrix is a fantastic audio interface. It really packs a lot of power and is extremely configurable for whatever system you might be trying to deploy. The Avid Matrix takes multiple cards, so you could have Maddie, you could have Dante, you could have analog audio in, analog audio out. You can equip it with an SPQ card to do speaker calibration and room tuning. So the Avid Matrix is a real powerhouse of a box, and it affords you some great control over routing your audio using the DAD-DADMIN software.
Now, it's my understanding that Pro Tools Avid customers can potentially get into that room to hear it for themselves if they're out there in the Burbank area. What would be the best way for them to do that?
Absolutely. The best way is to get in touch with your local pro audio dealer to set up a meeting and a demonstration.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for letting us take a look at the studio here on the Sonic Scoop channel. It looks totally awesome, and man, have fun in there. Thanks again for joining us, Christopher Mallamaci.
Thanks, Justin.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. This has been Justin Colletti of Sonic Scoop. See you next time.